afternoon. Today is Thursday, August the 17th. The time right now is 2 minutes to 1 in the afternoon. Now, overnight, we have the release of the minutes from the last month's FOMC meeting, which stands for Federal Open Market Committee. And the result is a little bit mixed. Certain members of the committee wanted to continue to hike rates because inflation remains a problem. And the other members of the committee felt that the terminal rate is almost there and we should pause for a while to see how the market reacts. So we have a mixed bag here, but overall, at least for the time being, the September FOMC meeting, which will be the next one, likely will not see another rate hike as far as market participants can deduce. So this is actually the result of that minutes itself. Now, we have seen prices has been coming down in terms of US equity markets, and last night was no difference. In the Dow Jones itself, we can see in the micro E-mini Dow futures, we can see market traded to a low of 34,777, and this is the lowest since the market peak at 35,844. And so far, the pattern looks a little bit corrective, and he has already hit my target of 34,711 to 34,892. So let's see what happens going forward today, and if there's going to be a rebound, I will not be surprised. So do watch out for a bounce in the next 2 days of trading before the weekend. Okay, and in the S&P 500, the structure is a little bit different since hitting a high of 4,634.5 in the micro E-mini S&P 500. Last night's low at 4,408 and 3/4 actually hits the low that we last saw here in July the 10th, and this is basically a double bottom. So market is probably due for a rebound because the slide here has been a little bit more pronounced compared to the Dow Jones. So a bounce is actually quite normal, but however, I do not believe we have seen the bottom of this run yet. There is a possibility after a minor bounce, the prices may come tumbling back down below 4,400, maybe heading towards the 4,370 levels. In the Nasdaq 100, we can see the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures also registered a low at 14,887.5, which is the lowest since the market peak at 16,062.5. And again, very similar to what we see in the S&P 500, prices has already hit my pocket of prices, which I think is probably the maximum it can move from the high of 15,916.5. And market right now is vulnerable to a bounce. And if it's a bounce, I won't be surprised we get one. And however, again, very similarly to the S&P 500, I do not believe this is going to be the bottom yet. I think the market has possibly another run lower below the 14,887.5 that we see so far. Okay, over in Asia, we have a bit of a bounce, and this bounce is actually quite pronounced. The market actually went slightly below my target price. I have a target of 18,167. Market has a low so far this morning. Let me see what the level is. This level is exactly at 17,882 in the futures contract, and this means the market may be seeing a technical rebound going forward. And however, having said that, this rebound is part of corrective rebound. Overall, the market looks a little bit vulnerable to the downside, and I don't think that the sentiment has changed anytime soon. Okay, and in the Nikkei 225, we can see that Nikkei also have a bounce after trading to a low of, let's say, what happened to this price here is 31,280. Okay, and the market right now has a bit of a bounce. Again, this bounce comes on top of the bracket of prices which I have previously identified to be an area of interest to me. That is 30,720 to 31,240 in the futures contract. So we missed this upper end of the target range by 40 points, and let's see what happens going forward. But I think this is a reversal pattern, so there's a very good likelihood the market will bounce from here. Okay, but overall the market looks vulnerable. And over in the dollar index itself, we can see dollar remains very well beat. And this morning we have a high of 103.5 levels, and it's getting very, very close to my target at 103.84. And after that, I would probably see a pullback, ideally towards the 103 levels. But because I don't think the high is in place yet, let's see going forward what the high will be in the day itself. But my target remains at 103.84. And over in the other currencies, we can see euro dollar continuing to edge lower, and the price right now is just under 108, 108 even. So this morning we have a low so far. Let me see what's the price here. the price is 108.60, and intermittent, if we get any kind of bounce, it will probably be capped at 109.65 to 109.90 levels, and I think market has not seen the bottom yet. So probably over the medium to long term, we probably will see lower prices going forward in the principal currency, including the euro. Sterling may have a bounce here, but I think the bounce is going to be kept at 128.20 levels. Let's see what happens. But overall, we do expect, or rather I do expect the price to continue to edge lower in the medium to long term. Aussie dollars has probably hit its target, and as I always mention, my target is 0.64 even. Now the low is 0.6365, and if we do get a bounce from here, I would not be surprised at all. So again, for those who are holding on to short position in all the currencies, it's time to bail out, and because I would expect a correction to come in anytime soon. Now dollar yen continue to be very well beat, and speculators are still testing the Bank of Japan to come to see if they come in to intervene. Now I previously mentioned, if in the absence of any intervention, speculators might want to push the dollar yen rate to 146 to 148 levels. Now we are at 146.55. Is it 146? Okay, sorry, this is 146.77, not 06. Okay, 77. My mistake here. And we are not that far away from this bracket of prices. Let's see if the prices actually go into this bracket of prices, what kind of reaction we will get. I suspect it is anytime soon. The Bank of Japan will come in to intervene, because it is not in their advantage to continue to allow the yen to weaken the way it did. And dollar Canadian continue to be well beat. This morning we have a high of 135.55 levels, and the market is also getting very close to the April high of 136.70. We are not that far away, and high from here is maybe just about 120 pips. In terms of the speed in which it gets here, I think it's pretty fast. Let's watch out to see what else happened. Now in crude oil, we can see further losses in crude oil, and this is turning out to be quite well. The high is $84.89. I've always mentioned I would love to see prices coming back, and so far the market is at the low at $78.95, which is within this bracket of prices, which I think is going to form at least a temporary bottom here. This level is $78.69 to $79.90, and from here I do expect a bounce, and I think the bounce, if it ever come, will be contained about $82 before the market come back down again. And if this is happening in a three wave, then it possibly will target $76, which I am an interested party to buy. Okay. In the precious metal market, we can see the prices continue to edge lower on the face of a surging dollar, and the low traded this morning is $1,889.20, and this is the lowest since the last time we see a low here at 18,192, and that was in the late part of June. And now market is trading below that. Let's see what happens if we're going to get a fake move here before the market turn around. So anytime now the market may see a technical rebound. Let's see what happens. If there's going to be a rebound, I suspect it's going to be about $1,910 levels. Over in the spot silver, we can see there was a bounce from $22.23, and this could well turn out to be a three-wave bounce to $23 thereabout. Let's see if this pans out as well. But overall, I think the bottom may not be in place yet, so let's see. And in the Bitcoin, we see another move lower below the recent low here on August the 1st. The low previously was $28,686, and this morning we have a marginal low at $28,000, just under $600 before we see a bounce. Currently, market is back at $28,847. Now I'm going to stay neutral, because my thesis for a strong Bitcoin is for this 28,686 to hold. Now that it has taken out, let's see what happens. Maybe a new structure will be formed over the short to medium term. Let's see. Okay, in the meantime, that's all I have for you. Now tomorrow I will have to rush the report because I'll be traveling. So let's see if I can do this before I board my aircraft to the Philippines. I'm going to have a speaking engagement there at a trade fair. So let's see what happens. If not, then I will have to do the reporting after I landed in the Philippines. So in the meantime, take care, and I'll come back to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.